The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
We have got a strong economy. There's a basic reason why the 10-year is going up in yield. It's because of economic strength.
Part of the equation here is that the economy is doing very well. And you're seeing that on Wall Street. They're all throwing in the towel on their soft landing and recession forecasts.
Rates are higher in the United States because the United States economy has been much stronger than people expected.
The economy is remaining strong.
The state of our economy is strong.
Well, that's what they keep telling us, but, I mean, can you believe it? Hi, my name is Steve Celeste. I'm sitting in here for Phil Grandy on the Phil's Gang radio show on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. All right, so today, before I keep going, I just wanted to tell you that on our YouTube channel, right, if you go to youtube.com/ThePhilsGang, that's /ThePhilsGang, if you want to ask me a stock question right now, I'm going to answer your questions, and I'll be doing them through the whole radio show today, right up until 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So don't be afraid to get your question in the chat. Just type it in the chat, one stock, and I'll be happy to answer that question for you. So is the economy good? Is it great? I mean, the way that the oil prices continue to go up, what that's going to do is it's going to create inflation problems, right? Meaning the cost of our goods going back and forth across the country are going to continue to go up. And no matter what they do, I mean, they're going to have to continue raising rates to make the inflation come down. Now, today, the market was down over 300 points at one point, and now it's rallied back up, back up a little bit. It's down, it's still down, but it's only down just under a couple hundred points here. So, what does that mean, right? Well, it means they're going to have to continue raising rates, and that this market's getting ready to drop. Okay, now I want to play this cut. This was Phil. Back in, let's see, he did this back on August 22nd.
Look, we're going to get a 5 to 9% pullback. This always happens. And then what's going to happen after we get the 5 to 9% pullback off our high here, and then they're going to come back in, the tourists, we're going to get a rally, and then the big boys, the big institutions are going to get all the union players out, and then she'll drop, and then she'll break through that October low. You wait and see.
Okay, I'm going to play it one more time just so you can take it in.
Look, we're going to get a 5 to 9% pullback. This always happens. And then what's going to happen after we get the 5 to 9% pullback off our high here, and then they're going to come back in, the tourists, we're going to get a rally, and then the big boys, the big institutions are going to get all the union players out, and then she'll drop, and then she'll break through that October low. You wait and see.
Okay, so I'm looking at my Pro 2 color-coded chart right now. I'm looking at our S&P 500, and I'm looking at August 18th was the low, okay? It was Friday, August 18th. That's when our SPY started to turn red, which is usually when we start to get out. So if you go from there, which that low of the day was 433.01. I'm giving this to Will so you can give me a percentage here, to the high of September 1st, which was 453.67. What's the percent on that, Will? So 5%. So again, Phil said we would rally up 5 to 9%. Well, we hit 5%, and now we're dropping again. Okay, we're starting to go down. Our banks are very weak. The market's weak, and the yields have been going up. So what does that mean when the yields go up? Well, all the big stocks, the big tech stocks that have been holding this market up for the last, 14 years, they're tied to those yields. When the yields are up, that means the banks can't give them money. Okay, they can't lend the money to these tech stocks that help them buy their own shares back and help them go up. So when the yields go down, and when the yields were very low over the last 14 years, that was why the tech stocks were able to rally. And so everybody was going in. You get all the tourist investors when they're going into these tech stocks that are super highly overvalued, right, or overvaluated. So when you're in something like, we'll just say Apple, for example, because it's popular. Apple right now is at $182 a share, and it's actually really bombing right now. And I gave out an alert to our gang members today. Now, if you're not a gang member, you don't want to do what I'm telling you to do here, but our gang members, I said, go ahead and short Apple once we break under, the 25-day moving average. Why? Because the 25-day is going to act like strong support, which could push the stock up. And why aren't you going to do it and only gang members can do it? Because I don't have a way of getting a hold of everybody out there. Only my gang members and Phil's gang members are going to be able to listen to Phil or Willie or myself and get the information they need to know when to add to the position or when to get out of the position. And they're going to have that chart that's going to also guide them along the way. So right now, we're just waiting for this thing to turn around and turn red for us. It was red a little while, and it turned green, and now it's getting ready to turn red again. So, again, you don't want to chase it as a long-term investment short right now or long, but on Pro 1, where we do our swing trades, you can start to short that right underneath the 25-day moving average. All right, so with that being said, let's take a listen to some more of what the mainstream media has been saying, right? Everything's great, right?
The economy's doing all right.
I don't know where people think things are bad if everybody says things are so amazing. To me, we have the strongest economy perhaps I have ever seen.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I mean, Cramer, he'd just say anything that he's told to say at this point, right? The guy is hardly ever right about anything, so much to the point that earlier, I think it was even last year, they created, somebody had created ETFs for him. I believe they were LGEM, which is for longs, and SGEM if it goes short. Well, his LGEM wasn't doing so good, so they actually delisted it because he's not right. But his SGEM is actually still doing pretty good from what I understand. So I'm going to pop that up real quick. And, yeah, I mean, he's basically still right. It's been short all along, and now he's finally in a point where if you were shorting Cramer, now maybe you want to buy some of his positions. But I'd never bet on him. I'd always bet against him. And one thing you can bet on is join Phil's gang. It doesn't cost you anything for 10 days, right? You got a 10-day free trial. You simply go to philsgang.com, click on Get Started on the homepage right up at the top. On the next page, you're going to see a big banner that says 10-day free trial, right? And it's 10 days. You're going to have to enter in your credit card. That lets us know that you're serious about it, okay? And then once you have got through that 10 days, it'll automatically charge you, and you'll be a member for a month, and that cost would be $59.95. You'll have the Pro 2 chart, okay? But again, the biggest reason we're all here is to help the kids at St. Jude. So if you join and you make money, please donate to the kids at St. Jude. We'll be right back after these messages.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners or shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
You know, when I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up or why there's continued inflation or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Why are investors listening to Phil Grandy of philsgang.com?
You know why people listen to my show? Because I make it simple. When you talk about the stock market, they make it so complicated. I make it easy to understand. For the average investor, the Main Street investor, most of the time, these guys, like they're talking to each other. We talk directly to you and we listen to you.
Invest better with the sound advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG, try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Okay, and welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Again, my name is Steve Celeste. I'm sitting in for Phil Grandy while he and his wife are on vacation out in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And actually, they should be landing back here in Sarasota this tonight. So Phil will be back here with you live tomorrow. Earlier in the beginning of the show, I did say that I wanted to take some questions from you. And the only way I can do that during this radio show is to have you, if you're on our YouTube channel, right, just go to philsgang.com. And then at the top of our website, click on podcast. And then on that page, you'll see our YouTube show is playing right there. If you just open that up by clicking on it, it'll bring you directly to our YouTube page. And on the right side of the page or of the video, there's a chat window there where you can send in your question to me. And so I've got one here, and that is from Go Fish. Go Fish, good afternoon to you. Your question is the emerging markets, or EEM, are they green? And the answer is no, they are not green. Right now, EEM is red. It is in a downtrend. It's got what we like to call the Brothers Grimm pattern, which means it's getting ready to really come down. I think it's going to test. Right now, you're at about 39.10. I could see it testing this about 38.15 area on the chart first. If it breaks below that, we'll see it make newer lows, and it'll go down to about the low of March 15th, which is sitting right around 36.90. Okay. Thanks for your question there, Go Fish. And then it looks like I got one from Charles Vessera over there at our YouTube channel. Good afternoon, Charlie. What's my take on Tesla? Okay, so that's a good question. So let me put up Tesla on my chart real quick. Okay, and looking at Tesla here. Okay, so what happened is sometimes you can get what's called a kind of a head fake, right? You'll get a signal that is false, basically, and sometimes that happens with charts. Okay, charts can be, there's an algorithm there, and now our algorithm tells us that when the big institutional buyers start to come in, our candles will start to turn green. But sometimes the lines will get so close, it'll cause it to change when it shouldn't. Well, it's actually green, and it did rally up today. You can see here on our Pro 3 where you had a really big drop from about 255 all the way down to about 240, 245 for this morning, and then it rallied all the way back up to where it's currently at, which is about 250, 215. And I could see this thing actually coming back down more tomorrow. It might open up and be red again tomorrow. It might actually, it could possibly go the other way. And that's why you have to learn how to use scouts, and you have to learn how to use stops, okay? So one of the things that Willie was just kind of pointing out to me is that when you look at Tesla on Pro 1 over here, you can see the 50-day moving average is coming right across the top of the stock, or across the candlesticks. And why is that a big deal? Well, because the 50-day is one of your strongest moving averages, and that means it's going to take an incredible amount of volume or buyers to come in and drive the price up through there. And if you kind of look at this here, if you're following me on the YouTube channel, you'll see that we're really have been kind of struggling to get through there. It did get up through it for a couple of days and then failed, right? We call this a breakout point failure, okay? Again, it's just when it goes up through the line and then comes right back down, that is a breakout point failure. And if you can recognize a breakout point failure, you're going to know how to short. You're going to be able to prepare yourself to short that stock. All right. And So that's pretty much it. My take on Tesla is that it's been kind of weak. It's been kind of being manipulated by that yield curve, and that's why you've gotten this little bit of a rally. When you see it red going down, you know it's doing what it's supposed to do. When it's red and going up, what you get you get a little bit of short covering, right, which will cause the price to go up, and then you get a little bit of manipulation that can keep it going up until it turns green. But I think this is going to break right back down. Again, you've got a strong head and shoulders right there, and also what I call the Brothers Grimm, which means one more pattern. The one pattern that always follows a Brothers Grimm is called a broken stair-step pattern. And a broken stair-step pattern is when the stock really just starts to come down, right? It really falls apart. So I think that's coming pretty quick here. But again, make sure you're using stops, and you can't really do much with it if you're not a gang member and you're not following the charts. All right, so make sure that you're going to philsgang.com and giving that 10-day trial a chance, because what else you got to lose? I mean, this is how you take control of your financial future. Thanks for your question, Charlie. All right, Go Fish is back here. And let's see, Steve, do you think that this market is like the 70s? What era does this... Well, I don't know the answer to that, because I was born in the 70s, so I wasn't following the market back then. Okay, and to me, none of that is really that important. What's important is what the charts are telling us today. Is it time to buy the stock? Is it time to add to the stock? Is it time to get out of the stock? Or is it time to sell the stock short? Okay, so that is what I would be looking at. We got about 30 seconds here. So again, I'm just going to remind everybody, if you're a gang member, if you join the gang and you're making profits, right, take some of those profits and donate them to the kids at St. Jude. Okay, you can do that also on our podcast page. There's a donate button. You can click on that and donate to any of the charities on our page, which include St. Jude, Wounded Warriors, Southeast Guide Dogs, and also the Tunnels to Towers. Okay, we'll be right back after these messages.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. When you listen to the advice of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com, you'll find investing in the stock market makes sense with the right guidance.
People keep saying to me, boy, things are hard, things are tough. Boy, the market's really screwed up. And I don't agree with them. For us here at Phil's Gang, we make it so it's simple. It doesn't matter if the market's bad or good. We consistently do well because we make it simple. And just like for my listeners on the radio or on the internet or my podcast, we make it simple. We try to break it down so you really understand why the market is going up, or why there's continued inflation, or why the bank rates are going up. So you understand, especially yields. The most important thing to understand how yields work. Just what we do. We work hard at it.
Trusted advice, easy to understand strategies that will make you a better investor. Get all the details at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When making wise investment decisions, Phil Grandy has some sound reasons you should join Phil's Gang.
When I started this, they asked me, okay, can you explain to people why they should join the gang? Gee, I thought about that. And I guess to make money. But more than that, to get good direction on which way the economy's really going. We get so much crap, so many lies, how great the economy is and how great the tech business is, and when it's not. The problem is we have too many people in Washington and in this industry that just don't tell the truth. The truth is everything. And here at Phil's Gang, we stick with the facts. We tell the truth. We make sure our members, are getting the best information, and our listeners, like you. We make that information available to you and make it simple and understandable.
Good investing means understanding how the stock market works. Join today at philsgang.com. Want good investing advice from someone you can trust? Listen to Phil Grandy.
With what's going on today in the economy, especially in the stock market, it gets really complicated, but it doesn't have to be. My job is to make it simple, to get through the fog. And I think I do that, and I think I do a pretty good job of that, especially why you should be buying a stock, or why you should be in the market, or not in the market, or shorting.
Invest wisely with the knowledge of Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Okay, again, welcome back. My name is Steve Celeste, again, sitting in here for Phil while he is on vacation. Again, he returns tonight and should be back on the air live with you tomorrow. I'm coming at you live from our studio here in Sarasota, Florida, but we're broadcasting coast to coast on the Wall Street Radio Network, or on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network, sorry. When you do it every day for 23 or 24 years, it's like breathing, but when you don't do it every day, it's easy to kind of fumble a little bit, so I apologize about that. Okay, I've got a question here from John Pierce on the YouTube channel. Good afternoon, John. John's, what's your take on GHC? It appears to be a retracement from a 2-month impulse. How low will it go? Okay, well, let's take... And again, if you're watching live with us on YouTube, I'm going to put this up here right now. Again, GEHC. And... geez, how low will it go? Well, that's a good question. So I'm looking at it on an 18-month time period, and the low on it right now is about 57.74. The price is currently sitting at 67.23, and really, I think that this could go all the way back down to that low from back around January 10th of 2023. So although I'm on an 18-month chart, I don't think this stock is that old, and that's why I can't go back further than that. Okay, so yeah, I think it could absolutely retest the very bottom again. All right, so if you're in it short, I would stay short. Just make sure you're keeping a stop in somewhere above it. And, you know, if you're not a gang member, something that we teach you here every day is make sure your stop's on an odd ending number. A lot of people don't know that. And why is it an odd ending number? Because the market maker, which is the computer that moves the price of the stock up and down, only recognizes odd numbers. So it gaps past even numbers. So for example, if I had my stop set at 71.26 up here at the most recent high, the stock, and it went, you know, it had blasted through there, it would go right through it and your stop would be ineffective. So you always make sure you use an odd ending number. So instead of 71.26, you could use 71.25 and you'd be okay. All right. So thanks for your question there, John. Giles, good afternoon. What is my thoughts on CHDN? Let's see what we got here. CHDN. Churchill Downs Inc. This is another one where, to me, it's going to go right down to the most recent low. It's going to just keep on dropping, okay, which should be around 115, okay, right in that area. If it breaks through that area, then you can continue adding to it and stay short with it, all right? But it's a good short-term short right now, or a swing trade, and it's also been a very good short. And if you had just got in it, right, if you had Pro 2, for example, and you got in when it turned red with just a scout, and then you added when it finally made the new lower low, which would have been around 134.40, we'll say, down to 120.03. What percent is that, Willie? 10%. Okay, so just by following the color code and staying with this is a 10% gain that you're putting in your pocket. All right, so that's pretty awesome, and it has a potential, again, to go down from where it's currently at 120.03 to at least another 114.79. So that's going to be another 2-3% right there for you. And if it breaks there, it's going to hit the next low, which is sitting right around 105. Yeah. So yeah, Will was telling me that's another 5% just down to that 115. So good money to make. All right. My next question is coming in from Chin77 Channel. Okay, and that is, what do I do with PayPal, or PYPL? Let's see what PayPal looks like on our charts here. Okay, so right now, PayPal, it's still a short, but it's starting to base out a little bit, okay? Now, you have a high daily stochastic, which means, I think, again, same thing. We're still going to go down and test the bottom on this one more time, which is at least around 58.75. It'll go to about 58.75 because you got a low back here from May 26, which actually creates some support there. So it could slow there. It might break through and then go to the actual low of August 18th, which is 57.29. If it breaks through there, I mean, it's still at, $57. There's a lot of room for it to continue dropping. All right, so I would stay short for now. And again, just make sure you're using that stop, wherever you're comfortable at, on an odd ending number. All right. Thank you, Chin. Have yourself a great day. Florence Bonavia. I hope I said that correct. What do I think of the ETF IND? I don't know. Maybe let's see what we got here. IND. That's not one I'm familiar with, and I'm not sure my charts will pull that one up. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have that one, because it's not on the U.S. Stock Exchange. But if you have another question, there's plenty of time. We still got a lot of show left. I'll be happy to answer that question for you, Florence. Okay. John, you're more than welcome. Let's see. You're saying, thank you, will indeed watch. got this like heart in the middle of my chat. I can't see. Okay, will indeed watch, since I do like the IPO from January this year, and that's going back to the GEHC. So that's fine. Just remember, since right now I'm waiting for some more questions to come in, and again, I'd love to have your questions come in. Don't be afraid to go into our YouTube channel and just type in the chat the stock that you want here. And let me try this one. Florence is writing back out to me here. INDA. Okay, yeah, I've got that one. Okay, thank you for that, Florence. So looking at INDA, now we've got a trend that has recently turned up on it. The stock has turned green, and typically what that means is now is a good time to buy in. The problem I have with the stock or the ETF is that it's above 80%, which means most of the money that to be made in the stock is already gone, because when it originally turned green and had its uptrend, it was down around 39.80, and that was back around April 24th. Okay, and then if you got out when it turned red, it would have been right around 40, we'll just say 43.60, and that was on August 21st. So that's where most of the meat and potatoes were made in the trade. Now, you may get more out of it, but the problem, again, is that the daily's at the top, which means the daily wants to roll over, which means this is going to drop, I think. And it's going to test at least the 43.15 low from back here on around August 18th. If it can hold that, then you may see it take that run up. But if it drops through that low, it's got a long way to come down. Okay, I mean, the bottom on it for the year was way down again around 37.86, so it could really potentially be a big loser for you. So if you're going to try going long, make sure you're keeping a stop around 43.11, and don't add heavy shares until it breaks out at the top around 44.83. All right, thank you for your question, Florence. Again, I appreciate that. All right, gang, we got the music coming in here, which means, this is my chance to tell you, join Phil's Gang for free, 10 days, 10-day free trial, philsgang.com, click Get Started, then click on 10-day free trial. We'll be right back.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com. The feds have raised interest rates again, and AI is the topic of the day. No matter what the financial headlines are, be a successful investor with Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. Take advantage of the free 10-day trial for the Working Investor Program. Phil Grandy has put together the tools you need to understand the stock market, with full access to the Phil's Gang website and access to Phil's Pro 2 color-coded charting software. Know with confidence when to buy, sell, and short a stock. Members also have access to Coffee Talk. Every morning at 8:30 Eastern, Phil Grandy talks about what's happening on Wall Street that day. Want to be a better investor? Then take advantage of the free 10-day trial at philsgang.com. You'll find many more features and tools for the working investor. After the trial, it's just $59.95 a month for membership. Invest with the best. Phil's Gang at philsgang.com. You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do, so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you a fan of the Phil's Gang radio show? Then you should check out philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
Okay, and welcome back, everybody. Again, my name is Steve Celeste, sitting in today for Phil Grandy, who will be returning from his vacation later tonight. He'll be back on the air with you live tomorrow. And I've been doing stock questions here. And, one thing I want to say before I move on to my next question is I'd like to say thank you to Charlie. Charlie is our monitor on YouTube, and he does a really good job of making sure that we always have a nice, clean chat window, and their people aren't being rude to each other and stuff like that. So he's my moderator. So thank you to Charlie for doing that. And I also want to ask everybody that is watching the show, and especially on a daily basis, make sure you're clicking the thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribing to us if you're not already subscribed. Click the notification bell so anytime we do a show, or we do, like Phil likes to do his small short videos, right? Those are those videos that are under 60 seconds. And, he has a lot of fun doing them. But anytime we post those, not only on YouTube, but also we do them on Instagram. But on YouTube, if you click that notification bell, anytime we post one, you're going to get notified, on your device, whether it be your computer or your tablet or your smartphone. All right, so I appreciate that. And then the most important thing, please share this with your friends. Click that share button and share it with your friends, your family, your employees, your employers. And, get them involved in Phil's Gang because, our goal isn't just to make you money. Okay, that's our first goal. Our next goal, our biggest goal, is to support the kids at St. Jude and to support our other charities, which, again, are the Wounded Warrior Project, the Southeast Guide Dogs, and also the Tunnels to Towers Foundation. Okay? All right, so looking back at the chat right now, Matt B., my friend, good afternoon. Thank you for the thumbs up again. RDF and Redfin, let's take a look on our chart real quick here. So Redfin, the question is, Well, you didn't really pose a question, so I'm just going to look at the stock for you and give you my assessment. And my assessment is it's still a downtrend stock. Okay, I always know where my trend is simply by watching my stochastic here at the bottom. When I'm red under yellow, it means the trend is down. My money flow is coming out of the stock, right? I can also look, without looking here, I would know what my trend is just by looking at my historical highs. And if my historical highs are lower each time and my historical lows are also lower each time, I'm in a downtrend. Okay, so until I get out of that downtrend, there's a lot of danger of the stock continuing to drop. Now I look over at my daily stochastic and I can see the daily is kind of pushing up a little bit, which is why we get what's called a snapback, right? It's when you get a little bit of a trade within the trend, okay? A lot of people don't understand that. If you don't understand trend, then you're really going to struggle with trading, because trading, you've got long term, which is like point A, which is, maybe way back here, to point Z when you get out way up here, right? So you got something that's like this, right? And then you've got all the up and down action inside of the trend, which is called your swing trades, okay? And you can do that. We teach you how to do that here at Phil's Gang. But again, looking at Redfin for you, Matt, what you got to do here is just stay with it short for now. Make sure you take a little profits as you get around the 859 area, because there's going to be support there. Okay, support means buyers, or you're going to get some short covering come in there, and that can cause it to continue snapping back. But if it breaks through here and gets down to about 850, I would add to the short position and keep on going right on down to about 685. All right, and I think you're going to do well. I think you're going to like that, and I hope that you'll email me at support@philsgang. In fact, I hope all of you that ask me questions today, email me at support@philsgang.com, so that you can tell me how things worked out for you. All right. Let's see what else we got here. We got Merchant Sailor. All right, he's one of my favorite chat guys. Regional bank sectors, RUT. So regional banks have been incredibly weak. Now I usually look at, now this one's not coming up for me, so I usually look at KRE, which is my regional ETF, okay, my S&P 500 regional ETF. Now it's been breaking right back down for the last 2 days. It's been red for a little bit over a week. And it's been horribly weak, and I called it back February 28th. Okay, I told the gang to start shorting it with a scalp because it turned red on Pro 2. Okay, now Pro 2 really did all the work for me. All I had to do was recognize it, okay? And then I told everybody on March 2nd to add, because I felt that the banks were so weak, and I knew we were getting ready to collapse, and the banks then did collapse. They went from about 60, we'll say 60-40, all the way down to, let's see what the low was. The immediate drop was down to about 48-44, right? And then it continued down even further over the next month after that, down to about $36. So if you go from 61 to 36, we'll just say, what's that, Will? 41% drop. Okay, 41% drop. Then we got some short covering rally, a little bit of yields going up, right? So when the yields start to go back up, this is how banks make money. Plus you had, the $2 trillion bank plan that they went in to basically save the regional banks. That's the Bank Term Funding Program. Thanks, Willie. That's what kind of brought this back. Well, even that's not going to work, right? And Phil talks about this every single day in class. So again, if you want to know more about what's driving the banks and the markets, and you're just not sure what's going on, you just got to go to philsgang.com. Join for 10 days for free. I mean, you got nothing to lose. You'd be crazy not to at least listen for 10 days. If you don't like it afterwards, cancel. You don't get charged. right? And if you do get charged because you stayed on that 11th day, well, now you've got a whole 30 days to listen to us more. And I'm telling you, you're going to find out that it was worth every penny. And you're probably going to stay on for a lot longer, as many people have, because I've been here since 2009, and which is 15 years. And I mean, I've got people that have been here longer than I have that are gang members, and they trust Phil. They trust these charts more than anything because they make them the money, okay? Looking back at my questions real quick here. Let's see what we got here. Let's see. Ave Maria Lawns, Inc. Looking at ABND. Let's take a look at ABND. Let's see. I'm not sure that's the right symbol. Maybe it was ABNB. Let me try that one. Airbnb. That one is on a big snapback. Again, downtrend, big snapback, but the daily's at the top. I think it's going to come back down. You know, let me know if that was the right symbol, but ABND did not work for me. I apologize. Okay. Merchant Sailor, you want me to look at UNG? I can do that one for you. UNG continuing to be a good short here on Pro 2 and also Pro 1. You could add to it today if you wanted to, as long as you're a gang member and you know how to put your stops in place. Everybody else, please don't chase it. If you're not a gang member, don't do anything, because I don't want you to get hurt. Join the gang and I can help you. All right? Phil can help you. Willie can help you. And Autumn can certainly get you to the right person that will answer the question for you. So never be afraid to call here. You've got the best support team between Willie and Autumn and myself, and then you got the best market education guy in the world with Phil Grandy. So make sure that you give us a try. 10 days for free. And again, you won't be disappointed. And again, remember, we're helping the kids at St. Jude. We're helping the Wounded Warriors, we're helping the Southeast Guide Dogs, and we're helping the Tunnels to Towers. Again, philsgang.com. Give us a call, 877-600-4264. I'll see you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me.